Okay, Truth Crew, so we are discussing today spiritual attainment, the truth and the pitfalls. Very important subject, I believe. There's a lot to be looked at right here. So here we go. The very fact that one structures their life around attainment is the setup for suffering and for chaos. So it's just like another kind of addiction, or it can be at times, you know. So-called spirituality has become distorted, either exaggerated or overhyped perhaps, and has been made into something like a 3-step quick fix program, or packaged like a TV dinner or like a microwave meal, you know. And this is something that we need to be quite aware of and wary of, you know, especially in the Western world. We've kind of like packaged it in this kind of crazy way, because everything wants to be attained like quick time. Now, what I want to clarify here is that there's nothing actually wrong with desire. This is like, I think, an old school paradigm that doesn't really serve us anymore. To think that desire is something that is bad or dirty or wrong, this is a non-truth. Because if there is no desire, then there is no manifestation. There needs to be some kind of a desire and a drive. It's the drive of the fire element, in fact, in order to be able to create something or to crystallize something. So to drop all desire, I think, doesn't serve us on this material plane, in fact. However, I think what the ancient sages may have really have meant was to drop desire that's based in competition, perhaps. Yeah. So if our desire is based in competition, definitely there are going to be repercussions. If our desire is based on spiritual attainment, either, definitely there's going to be repercussions. Or if our desire is predominantly based in identifying with our body and our minds, there are going to definitely be repercussions. Perhaps you're one of these people, because I've been there as well. I've got to tell you that you have felt or are feeling, I must reach a higher state of consciousness, or I must take a certain substance to do it, or I must go on a quick program in order to change myself. Yeah. So the truth is if you're always reaching on the outside, then transformation will always just remain just as elusive and outside of your reach. That will always result in dissatisfaction and disappointment too. That's the truth of the matter. So really, we need to be more clear. We need to be more clear that it isn't the attainment of more goods that we should be seeking for, and those goods could be spiritual or they could be physical too. It doesn't matter which way it goes, actually. We need to release identifying to new age labels. Okay, we tend to identify to new age ego labels, such as, you know, I'm an indigo, I am a light worker, I am a Pleiadian, I am an Arcturian, I am Jesus, I am Cleopatra, you know, whatever the case may be. But we need to let go of that thing, because when we identify to this, it really does inflate the ego and brings us into a state of feeling that we are superior to others, and that simply isn't the truth. So what's the answer? The answer is actually the same as what it's always been, and I know, it may come across as sort of like really cheesy or corny, but it is true, and I'll help to clarify it for you. We need to turn inwards. We need to turn inwards and retrieve what's always been and allow that to come through or come forth through our physical expression here on this physical plane. So to do that, we actually need to shed anything that is excess. We need to be virtuous. We need to be in presence, and we need to provide service to others. And it's really, really important to be able to do this with humility and grace, and also to be in service to self, because it's no good getting into all this sacrificial stuff whereby you sort of like lay down and allow others to walk over you. It's not that kind of service that I talk of. Also, the other thing before I close that I'd like to say is that sometimes to go within means, yes, we do actually, you know, get guidance from teachers on the physical plane. There is nothing wrong with that. We do get guidance from people from amazing courses and teachings. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's important is that you are absolutely certain that there is a coherence or a resonance to something that is deep inside of you. And what you're doing, in fact, is stop seeking to attain or to acquire, and go within to actually pull out and retrieve what is already absolute immutable truth from within you. And yes, teachers on the physical plane can provide the guidance to do that, but make sure that they are not pulling you outside of yourself, making you, for example, follow something that isn't you, or trying to mold you into something that is not you. That, in fact, would not be a true spiritual teacher or guidance provider, okay? It must be somebody who is providing some guidelines, some direction to bring you closer to the truth within you. Thank you for watching this broadcast, and I'm going to catch you again really, really soon. Ciao for now. Imaste biyi. We are primary source, and may the source and may the truth always be the guiding force that is with you.